So a couple of videos back, I can't remember exactly when it was, I uploaded a video and I replaced the BMS in a 12-volt battery. Well, now on that video I was showing you guys, I picked up 7 lithium batteries that did not work and the place was throwing it away. So this is the RoyPow Yamaha 51.2 volts. And we have nothing as far as the output goes on both sides of the battery. So let's open it up and check it out. Can we open it? Yes, we can. This is what the inside of the battery looks like. Let me grab a multimeter here so we can start probing around and seeing exactly what we got. Here it is. It's on DC voltage 60. Output here, nothing. No outputs. Here we have a negative over here, a positive here, 1 volt. That's just great. 3.77 volts. Let's see if we got anything. No voltage. No voltage. No voltage. This might be shot, guys. This might be junk. All right, so we're not showing a whole lot there. All right, so this is the adjustable DC power supply. I set it for 58 volts, 3 amps, and it's starting to work. This is a USB-C or USB-A. It's got multiple outputs. You got a power button there. So I'll drop the link to this right here down below in the description if you guys want to check this right here out. These batteries normally charge, I think, 58.7 volts, but I went up to 58 volts and 3 amps. So we're gonna see exactly what this right here will do. So we're just gonna let this right here run and do its thing. All right, now let's check the voltage here. .42 volts, 42.65 volts. Let's check individual cells. Nothing. 2.81, 2.63, 2.74, 2.86, 2.85, 2.72, 2.87. So this first one is, it's like dead. 2.89, 2.85, 2.92, 2.86, 2.91, 2.91, 2.88, 2.82. So I wonder, do we need to probably charge each one of these individual? because this one right here. This one right here does have nothing on it whatsoever. Well, our main problem right now is one cell, and it's this cell. This cell right here is completely dead. I can't get it to charge at all. And actually I'm charging at, let's see where we're at, 3.65 volts at what, 0.5 of an amp. I can't get it to do anything. However, this other side over here, I've pretty much just doesn't want to sit nowhere, man. However, this other side over here, pretty much got it taking a charge. Let's check each cell. 3.26, 3.26, 3.26, 3.25, 3.26, 3.27, 3.26, 3.26. This side here will charge fine. This side here will not charge due to this one cell right here. Let's check the rest of the cells. Nothing. 1/2 of a volt. 0.17. 0.29. 2 volts. 1.38. 0.28. 2.23. So it lets me know right now that this right here, one cell, is bringing the rest of these cells down. And I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do because they're all tied together and this looks like they're welded. This right here may be a bust, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this right here run of cells, these 8, from this right here 8. That way they will not be pulled down by this bad cell either. All right, went ahead and disconnected this little jumper from this strip to this strip. They're no longer connected. I went ahead and removed it from these right here 2 main terminals there. Went ahead and disconnected the leads. And I think we can, I'm gonna try to remove this. All right, so it's been a couple of weeks since the last clip. I removed that jumper wire from these 8 cells and these 8 cells. Then I charged these up individually, aside from this one. I charged them up the whole pack, and then this right here cell and a couple of other ones was draining these. So I haven't charged these in probably a week now. And let's see what we're at. Negative is here, positive is here. We're at 26.37 volts. Now I went ahead and I removed these right here bolts from a previous clip. I was going to try to just remove this pack of cells out away from this. I cannot get it out. I've already disconnected everything. I've removed all 4 bolts in here. I don't know if they have this glued down. I don't know if there's another clip. So we're not going to be able to salvage these and these together because this one cell right here, and it looks like they have welded these together. I could maybe go in there and try to cut that off. And at the end of the day, I'm not too concerned, but if we can save one of these and have a 24 volt battery pack for something, I'll do that. I think I'm gonna come in here and there's some bolts and stuff in here and some Phillips heads. I'm gonna try to remove all of this stuff out of this case and see if we can then gain access to this right here. So this is what RoyPow used for the Samsung. There you go. That's what it looks like there. There's that. Plug is out now. They get this thing zip tied down here at the bottom. I'm just going to cut this. It's not good to us anymore. All right, there we go. That's what was on the business end of this battery. Got a big old fuse here. Looks like a amp meter. I wonder if these are like relays. It says 60 amp, 750 volt DC. Not exactly sure if you guys can be the see in there. This video might be just about over though, because that looks like glue. It's glued the batteries down to the bottom of the case. So if that's the case, these batteries might not come out. Well, I've tried all kinds of things. I've tried to use a pry bar between this right here piece and here. I could not do it. Only thing it does, it lifts the back of the case. So I stood on the back of the case and put my weight on the front. Whatever glue they used, that stuff right there is stuck down. And I'm not gonna just sit here and just keep wasting my time on it. We were able to pull it apart. We were able to get this right here side working. I could just put the case back together and, you know, we could just keep this side. You know, I could put a BMS in here or something, but, and just don't care about this right here. However, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna just cut my losses. It was fun, but we got some other ones. Sorry, I had to sneeze. We got some other ones that we can work on as well, see if we can get going. Yeah, this thing right here is built tough. And I would like to disassemble it even more. The screws that we did, they did fit down in there, but they got the glue on it as well. So it is what it is, guys. We were able to get that side working. This side got a couple of bad sales, but that's what it is. Appreciate y'all watching, and we failed on today's video. I mean, you can look at it two ways. We failed, but then again, we took something apart. We got something kind of working. We learned a little bit, and we've seen how something is, what it looks like inside. And to me, that's fun right there alone. So anyways, I had fun. See y'all guys later.